What's up, guys? This is Danny fRoD Montaner, and you're here with the EG Pro Tip Series sponsored by MSI. And today I'm going to be breaking down the op in two different video sections, but for this one I'm going to be going over the defensive aspects of the op right now. And some of the main things that you need to learn are not only just the fact that you're on CT side, because playing defensive isn't always about what side you're playing on. It's basically about the style of shots that you want to take, the positions that you want to be playing, and I'm going to try and give a breakdown on that, and so you guys can learn the difference between opping defensively and offensively, and trying to find a happy medium in between to mix both in, regardless of what side or who you're playing or anything like that. So we're going to go in game now and get ready to break down the defensive aspect of the op here on Dust 2. For this part, I want to basically break down the long A angle, which is one of the spots I feel is one of the most controversial locations to play, because one of the things that you need to do is be able to utilize your teammates near you and around you, and in a situation like this you need to be able to try and cover a location by yourself, but you also need to utilize the strategy that you want to implement and how you want to play, and also communicate that to your teammates so they know how to react when you're being rushed or when you want to fall back. And right now, basically, with the whole defensive technique, if you want to play really defensive, you can get angles such as this, even get one like right here. But once you get in a situation where they're rushing you and throwing flashbangs over the boxes, if you take one shot, the key to defensive opping is falling back. When you fall back, you're able to try and basically give yourself another chance at living, but you're also utilizing your teammates by not dying and being able to essentially try and form a plan after. But one of the main things that you have to do while you're in the process of running away is making sure that you get a new angle every single time. For example, if you were to take one shot here, it wouldn't make any sense for you to just run blindly all the way towards the pit where your teammates are. What you need to do is jump off the box and basically try and find a new location where you can scope in and maybe take another shot where you're not at such a high risk, and then be able to continue to fall back and form that plan with your teammates. So for example, if you were to take this shot right here, something that could be good is falling to here and possibly taking another shot, and then also maybe right here to get another guy, maybe catch them slipping. But then another important aspect of running away is being able to try and fall back defensively fully to the location that you want. And in this certain situation, you want to fall back towards long A, and you want to let them plant the bomb, because essentially once they plant the bomb, they have no outlet in long A. The only place they can defuse or they can defend the bomb from is from catwalk. Once you cut off a whole angle of a map, especially with an op, your teammates are able to be utilized to their fullest extent by being able to control the long A cave with two players versus, you know, using one player or something like that, while you take cover of anyone who might be where you can catch anyone that might be slipping. And basically, you got to take these types of risks and be able to try and run away as fast as you can, especially when your mindset is playing defensive. Then you want to be able to form a retake with your teammates, whether it be throwing flashbangs from far back while they're around the corner, so they can, you know, turn the corner and swing fast, or throw flashes deep into catwalk to basically push them back. Because once you have this certain situation, the bomb is planted in the default position right there, you're able to angle up as well with an op, and you can just hold angles like this and allow your teammates to defuse the bomb. And that's also important. You need to make sure that you never defuse the bomb, because an opper is the most powerful weapon and player to be covering anyone in any situation. Now, basically, when you're playing defensive, like when you're playing on defense, you have to form either offensive or defensive tactics. But right now I'm going to go into the offensive opping, which is basically just opping as T side. Now, a key thing when it comes to defensive opping is once the bomb is planted, you have to shift your focus to being defensive minded. Being able to do that will help you secure the bomb site, as well as delay plenty of time on the clock, which in turn puts the pressure on your opponents. You definitely want to be able to do this, because if you get over aggressive when the bomb is ticking, you're going to end up dying, and you being dead is probably the worst thing that can happen to your team, especially when you're in a situation where you have an op and the bomb is planted for you. If you go over aggressive, you don't give your teammates the chance and the security of basically cleaning up the round. If you were just to essentially reverse your roles and start playing more defensive once the bomb is planted, even though you are on offense. You're going to be able to try and cover and secure the bomb site a lot more, secure your teammates while they go plant. But basically, it's all about switching your roles, because you have to learn when to change and when not to change. And that's one of the most important aspects when it comes to opping, because you can't just be a one-trick pony, and you have to definitely be able to switch your gameplay as much as you can middle of the round. And that pretty much wraps it up for the defensive opping right now. And I basically have given a breakdown of this in one of my other projects, which was taofrod.com. It's basically just one of my guides that I did. And I'm going to be going into the more offensive opping and how to implement that into your game in the next series. And basically this concludes this pro player tip, which has been sponsored by MSI.